Shalom, friends. Akiva here from Israel in 5, and I want to invite you personally to join me for a longer presentation taking place on Sunday, June 9th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time in honor of the upcoming holiday of Shavuot, the Feast of Weeks. Go to israel5.org/tour to register for free or click on the link in the description. In this presentation, we are going to explore the biblical story behind the holiday of Shavuot, which celebrates the receiving of the Torah by the children of Israel on Mount Sinai. We'll also look at the modern-day cultural celebration of Shavuot in the modern-day Jewish state. And we'll also learn about the connection between this holiday and the 7 species through which the land of Israel is most known and blessed. It's going to be an exciting presentation. Definitely don't want to miss it. Please join me. Again, go to israel5.org/tour or click on the link in the description. Sunday, June 9th, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Can't wait to see you there. All the best and be well. Today is June 2nd, 2024, and this is our weekly update on the ongoing war between Israel and the terrorist organization Hamas in the Gaza Strip. Shalom, friends. This is Akiva Gersh with Israel in 5, where we give you everything Israel in 5 minutes. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or want to keep the conversation going, please do so below in the comments. The war is nearing now 8 months since October 7th, when thousands of Hamas terrorists broke through the security fence between Gaza and Israel, storming Israeli communities, killing, raping, burning, and taking hostages. This has been the most intense chapter in Israel's history, and the war continues both in the Gaza Strip and on the northern border with Hezbollah, a war that many people in the world still don't know about, yet it started a day after October 7th and October 8th and has been going strong ever since. Putting our focus on the Gaza Strip, Israel continues to operate in the Rafah region, the most southern part of the Gaza Strip, along the border with Egypt. Many battalions have entered into Rafah, and Israel is clearing the space of terrorists, discovering and destroying tunnels. They've discovered many tunnels linking Egypt and the Gaza Strip, through which, of course, Hamas was bringing for many years, let's be honest, weapons and rockets into the Gaza Strip. But thank God the military operation there in Rafah is going very well. And Israel, someone in the IDF just reported the other day that Hamas's arsenal is down to very few rockets, thank God. And even though they have continued, they started once again to shoot rockets into Israel in recent weeks. The number that they have left, both short range and long range, is very, very small, very limited. And that is an incredible accomplishment of the IDF in this war. IDF forces also wrapped up a 3-week campaign in central Gaza, which they saw some of the most intense fighting of this entire war. But once again, taking out terrorists, discovering tunnels, destroying tunnels. It was in that operation that the bodies of 7 Israeli hostages were found and brought back to Israel for burial. So the war continues on. As I said, up in the north, still tens of thousands of Israelis are not in their homes and have not been in their homes since October 8th, scattered around the country in different hotels and living arrangements. And obviously that is incredibly difficult. The war up there, though it might not be an official war because there's been no ground invasion yet on the part of the IDF, although generals have been speaking both in recent weeks and in recent days that if this does not stop, if Hezbollah does not stop what they're doing, Israel will have no choice but to upgrade, so to speak, this military operation to a ground invasion into Lebanon to take out Hezbollah's capabilities of continuing to shoot all kinds of military drones and anti-tank missiles and rockets at Israel from southern Lebanon. The most important news probably of the day right now is President Biden's speech about a potential deal, both in terms of hostages and a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. He laid out a whole plan, a 3-phase plan in which hostages would be returned over a period of time. a temporary ceasefire will be put into place that will lead to a permanent ceasefire. Palestinian terrorists would be released from Israeli jails, and eventually all the hostages would be freed, and eventually rebuilding the Gaza Strip without Hamas in control. That's the general outline of the plan that President Biden just presented. We're waiting to see what the response will be, both from Israel and from Hamas. As we know, Hamas has rejected many proposals over and over again, leaving the Israeli population very unoptimistic, very pessimistic about the chances of any lasting hostage deal with Hamas. In the past, they've said that they're not even sure that they can fulfill the numbers that would be required of them in a hostage deal with living hostages. Very intense news for the Israeli public, obviously, but time will tell, and soon we'll probably know what will be of this potential hostage deal and ceasefire. That's definitely the latest news. We haven't had a potential deal on the table in many weeks, and we'll see what happens with this one. Of course, we'll be sure to update you as well. And we continue here in Israel to say thank you and appreciate all of your prayers and all of your support, all of your thoughts and all of your actions on behalf of Israel. We know that still around the world, there are protests, both on university campuses, in Europe, all kinds of bans and protests happening. Just recently in Vancouver, a Jewish artist, there's a comic festival there, a Jewish comic artist who served in the IDF was banned from taking part in this comics festival. Also in New York, the Brooklyn Museum was stormed by many anti-Israel, pro-Palestinian protesters. So this is still very much out there in the world, very much real, and angering many people. Thank God it is also bringing to the surface more and more Israel supporters as they get fed up with these protesters taking over public buildings, closing bridges, blocking traffic in all kinds of places. And all of those out there who are supporting Israel, we again thank you and appreciate all your prayers and efforts. And of course, all of us together pray for the safety of the soldiers, of the IDF soldiers, and the quick return, please God, of all of the hostages. All the best and be well.